All right, let's go. Class. Yes. All right, so we are going over the review for this test. This is the last test we're going to have of some of y'all high school career. This is going to be the last math test some of y'all ever take. Yes.
Wait, no.
Unless you go to college and you're going to take it. Okay, so what page in the notebook are we on right about me out for this? 48?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go through this, and this is what I would like for you to do. Okay? If you follow along, and we're going to find it in your notebook as we go. Highlight formulas. Highlight the important stuff. There's a box of highlighters in the back of the classroom there. Highlight the important things that you know you already forgot about and didn't do when I gave you time to work on it. So, let's take a look here. So, number one, use I equals PRT to find the simple interest to the nearest cent for 5,286 at 5.5% for 18 months. Now, first thing, where is this in my nota book? Yes, it is. What's the page number?
39.
39, 8.1, 39. Okay. People made this mistake already when I was coming around and trying to show you. So, simple interest. That's important. So, I equals PRT. So, my P in this case is 5,286 R. Now, what am I going to write for my R?
8.
No. What are we going to write? Excellent. Good job. 5.5 over 100 times. Now for 18 months, what am I going to write for 18 months? Why 18 over 12?
Because that's how many there are.
Very good. In a year, right? Because simple interest calculates using the year. Using the year, always. So, but 18 months is not a whole year, is it? So that's why we put 18 over 12, and it takes 12 months to make 1 year. Go ahead and multiply that out, and what do we get in our handy-dandy calculator? 5286. So, 5286. 5.5 100 and right here 18 over there we go. And where did it say to round? Are we talking about money?
Yes.
Yes. Where is money always rounded to? 100 with the TH, right? So that's a cent. So what's that going to become here?
1, 2, or 1, 5.
Like 0.1.
0.10, right? Because the 5 is going to make that 9 become a 10, isn't it?
Yes.
So that 9 is going to be 10 cents. So it's going to round it to 10 cents. So 436.10. There we go. Now, if Jason paid $3,403.60 in simple interest on an 8-year loan of $6,700, what was the interest rate? Now, we did the math on this to get R by itself. We did the math on it to get R by itself. We did it. I had you guys write it down. What is it? We did the math for R equals. Huh? What'd you get? No, what's the formula? What's going to be the formula? Because we did the math for the formula for R equals. We get R equals 100 I
Over PT.
PT. Very good. Those are in there. In what formula?
Yeah, it's equal one.
It is 8.1.
Oh.
Wow, that's not very helpful. Be like, yeah, I glued the whole thing down. There's the backside to that page. All right, so R equals 100 I divided by PT, right? So R equals, let's plug in my values, 100. What was the I value? What was the I in that problem? Yes, simple interest. So what was it? What was the number?
6,000.
No. 3,000. 40.60. Very good. Divided by, what was my P?
6,700.
Very good. And T, what was that? 8 what? Years. So that's an 8. That's a whole, right? I don't have to put that over 12 because that one's already in years. Jess? Jess. Plug it in. I'm starting with the control divide. And my rate is what?
6.35.
Very good, 6.35. It's pretty basic, right? So R so 6.35%. Now, let's pretend I wrote this on the back of my page and glued my page down so I can't find it anymore. Am I going to put this formula up there on my review and highlight it for later?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. So, number 3, a sum of 5,000 is invested at an interest rate of 8.5% per year. Find the amount in the account after 12 years if the interest is compounded quarterly. What type of interest are we dealing with? Compound. Where am I going to find compound interest in my notes? 8.2. Thank you, 8.2. Please find it, 8.2. Yes, compound interest. So, let's see. So, we're going to start off with P. What is my P? What is my principal? 5,000. 1 plus 8.5 over 400. Very good. Good job on that. Remember, because this is compounded quarterly, this is over 400, right? And what else do I have to do? What else do I have to do? 4 times 12. There we go. Because the 4 goes up there also. 4 times 12. So, I know you guys are in there highlighting those formulas, making sure y'all got it. And so there we go. So the amount would be, let's see, 13718
0.6.
point what? 59. Remember, we round to the cent, 59. So 13718, 59. Joe, there, do I need to move you?
No.
Do I need to stick you in the corner? I went and made a dunce hat the other day. So a kid could sit in the corner with that dunce hat on. Huh? Yeah.
You still do that?
Why not?
You can stop doing that?
No, why? Why would they stop? Did it work?
No.
Yes, because you don't want to do it, do you? Oh, okay, okay. All right. Okay. Are you done with this problem? Okay, good. So let's make it on number 4. It says a newborn child receives $20,000 gift towards college education from her grandparents. How much would the $20,000 be worth in 17 years if invested at 7% compounded monthly? That's important. Right? So let's take a look. So this is going to be 20,000, 1 plus 7 over.
1200.
Why is it 1,200?
Because it's monthly.
Very good. Monthly. Raised to 12 times 17. Because it's 17 years, right?
And that would be on 8.2 as well?
Yes. Because the next one is AYP. And I believe AYP is on 8.2 still?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the back.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, is it on the back? Or you can't tell because you glued it down?
I didn't glue it down.
Okay.
No shade.
What was my percentage again?
7.
And if I get a fraction like this, what do I do to fix it?
Control enter.
Control Enter. Right? Okay, there we go. So we get 6, 5, 5, 1, 4, 7, 2, right? 6, 5, 5, 1, 4, 7, 2. All right, not bad so far, right? Not bad. So if you think about it, I invested 20 and it became 65,000. That's a pretty good investment, right? Not bad. So a credit union pays interest rate of 6.5 compounded monthly. What is APY? Now, how would I do the APY? Go find the APY. Where is it in sus notas? 8.2 on the back. 8.2 on the back. Now, what is different about this to figure out the APY?
Instead of the P, it's 1.
Very good. Do you guys hear that? Hey, y'all there. You hear it? So instead of the P, I put 1, and what else?
It multiplies. Besides that, it's
6.5.
Okay, it's going to be 6.5.
Monthly, so you put 12, right? And then you close in, you put 12.
It's right there in that 1. Very good. It is 1 because you change the P, the principal amount, and the time. It's right there in the notes. The principal and time are going to be 1. And that's going to get the APY. So that's going to be how much interest you've actually accumulated over the course of a whole year. And there's going to be a couple things we've got to do with that. So keep those notes out there too. What was it? 6.5. All right. So 1 plus control divide 6.5 over all right. This is what I got. What goes next? Wait. -1. Very good. You have to read the steps. -1. What else happens? By doing what? Multiply by 100. It's right there in your notes. I know y'all are reading it straight off the notes because it is right there. And if you're not, I'm sad. All right, so what is this one going to round to? 6.70, right? Even it, because the 7 is going to make that 69 because 70. 6.70. After Marisol began her job as a cashier at the local home improvement store, she invested in a money market account paying 6.8% investment compounded daily. What's the effective annual yield, APY, for this account? So, again, another APY problem. So I'm going to do it the same way. 1, parentheses, 1 plus 6.8. Now, this is going to be different here. What is the change to this one? It's daily. So what do we put? 36000. Because it's 360 times 100, so it's 360,000. If that helps you remember that. And now, raise to the 360 times 1. Very good. 360 times 1. All right, is this my answer? No. What do I got to do? -1. And then multiply by 100. So we get 7.0. There we go. 7.04. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. It says, you deposit $1,500 into an account that pays interest rate of 4% compounded annually. Your friend deposits $1,500 into an account that pays simple interest rate of 4%. Compare the balances of the two accounts after 5 years. which account has most money, justify. And by justify, I would like for you to just show your work, but you have to also state which one is the better. All right, I can't get low enough for this one, so my simple is going to be 1,500. Now my interest is 4%, so that's 4 over 100. And it is 5 years, so that's times 5. Now there's a problem with that one. That just gives me my simple interest, doesn't it? My simple interest. But now I want to know how much money is in the account. Because simple interest is only going to give you the interest. How are you going to figure out how much total?
You have to add it to the
Yeah, you add it to the principal amount. Very good. Add it to the principal. So once I get this, I add the principal. Now compound. Compound already has it included. It's going to be 1,500. 1 plus 4 over compounded annually. That's 100. Raised to 1 times how many years?
5.
There we go. Thank you. Alrighty, let's start with my first one. 1,500 and 4 over 5 years.
5.
Yep, there we go. And we get this. And so what am I going to add to that?
15.
Very good, 1,500. So my simple interest account has how much in it now? 1,800. Very good. So now let's do the compound. There we go. And wow, what do I do to fix that? Control Enter. So we get 1824. Point what? Nope. 98. Because we have the 2 decimals, I look at the 9 to the right. So 1824.98. So my money here is, and this one is just, so compound interest is going to be better, right? So whenever you're trying to invest, compound interest is always better. All right, let's move on to the next page. There we go. 8. It says, Mr. Jones uses credit card to pay $3,693 to repair his roof. If the interest rate for his credit card is 11%, 11.99, what payment should be to pay off his credit card in 18 months? Now, where am I going to find this in my notes?
And the
8.3.
8.3. Is this credit card?
Yeah.
I believe the title of 8.3 was credit cards, wasn't it? And how do we go about solving anything in the 8.3s? What about the calculator?
You have to go in and do document and
The, what's it called?
Finance.
It's the finance solver, right?
yes.
So it's the finance solver. So we're going to open up the calculator for that. So I want you people, write meow. Okay, setting it up right now. And then we're going to talk about what we're looking for and set up everything on my problem here. So I'm going to start with my n. What's my n going to be here? Yep. What does n represent? Amount of payments. How many payments am I going to make here? 18, because you make one a month, right? Your monthly payments, and you're making 18 months, right? So let's do that. So it's 18 here. Interest. What is the interest?
11.99.
Next one is, what's that PV next?
36.
PV is what? You were super close. What's the PV going to be in this problem?
0.
No.
36.93.
Wait, no.
Almost.
3,000.
Negative 36.93.
Why is it negative?
Because you're not
That's
investing.
the amount of debt.
You're borrowing money. You're borrowing money, so that's debt. That's a negative. So you cannot forget to have the negative there all the time. If you're ever borrowing, that's a negative amount. So it's going to be negative 3693 PMT. Payment. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, payment is what I'm looking for, isn't it? So I leave that one blank. So the next thing is FV.
12.
0. Why is FV 0?
Because you don't know.
Pay anything.
It's not that you don't know. Future value is 0. Because if you pay it off, remember you're borrowing money, and in the future you want to be 0. So FV is going to be 0. Next one, what's that, PPY? How many payments per year? And then CPY is 12, and it's always at the end. So let's go through and fill in those. All right, so new doc, calculator, menu, finance solver. This was 18. Interest was 11.99. Negative 36. What was the number? Negative 36 what? 93. Very good. Payment, I'm looking for that. FV is 0. PPY is 12. And I'm going to scroll down to make sure all the rest is the same. And 12, 12, and end. So remember, I'm looking for payment. So that's the last one. I'm going to highlight that and then hit enter. So my payment is going to be 19. Yep. 225.19. So my payment is going to be 225.19. There we go. Number 9. Same thing. Uses credit card. Interest rate for this credit card 11.99. He makes monthly payments of $175. How long will it take to pay off his debt if he doesn't add to the card again? So what are we changing here? Very good. I'm changing the payment because this time I give you the payment. So we're changing the payment to what? 175, and I'm looking for N. So look, I'm going to write it out for you. So we're looking for N. So that's going to be my unknown interest is 11.99. PV is negative 3693. PMT, this case, is 175. Future value of any debt you want to be 0. Then it goes 12, 12, end. So since this solver's already set up here, I'm going to change this to 175 and scroll up, change my N, and then hit enter here. So 23.8. I'm going to say that because that 0.8 is going to be the last one anyway. So whatever's left over on your last one is going to be the last payment. So it's going to be 23.8 payments. Or 23.8 months.
Wait, isn't this supposed to be negative?
Isn't this negative 3?
We're making payments, the PV.
Remember, PV is the debt. That's the amount of money you owe. 23.8. Number 10. Derek and Heather take out a mortgage loan for $275,000, 30 years, interest rate 7%. That's a horrible interest rate, just so you know. Calculate their monthly payment. So let's go through and figure out all the blanks here. So as we go and do this, showing your work, I'm expecting you to write down all these things right here to set up the problem. So, N. What is my N going to be?
30?
Nope, not 30.
Wait, 7.
We don't know.
What does N represent?
30.
Total number of payments. N is how many payments I'm making.
We don't know.
You do know.
Wait. Is it
30 times 12. Why is it 30 times 12?
Because it's monthly.
Do you make a payment every month?
yes?
Yes, you make a payment every month for how many years? For 30 years. So that's how we calculate how many payments we're going to do. So it's 30 times 12.
360.
Very good. So that's important. You have to calculate that. So 360. And then interest rate is PV. Very good. It's negative. I am borrowing money. And PMT. I'm looking for that one, right? So that means I'm going to leave that one blank. FV. Because since I borrowed money, I want to know when it's going to be paid off. 12, 12, N. I'm hoping you people are actually going through calculating this, right? Okay. Because if I do everything for you, you're not going to know how to do it at the end. Kinda. All right, so what do we get?
18.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot. That's like a one bedroom down here in Central, isn't it? All right, so we get 1829, 58. So that's every month. That's every month you make that payment. That's crazy, right? All right, let's take a look at the next one. Julian wants to buy a used car costing $24,500. The Arizona Central Credit Union will finance his loan for 48 months at 5.6% interest. What would his monthly payment be? Now, where am I going to find this in my notes? And the other page is? What? 8.4, isn't it? Do you have something that says car payments or buying a car? Oh yeah, hey, look at that. Wow. Buying a car. It's almost like that's the title of your notes. So, are we using the same finance solver?
No.
Yes, yes we are.
Stupid.
Yeah, yes we are. Okay, so let's go through and start filling out. Since we're doing the same finance solver, that means that we're going to fill out the same values. So N, what is N going to be in this case?
48.
48 months. Very good. I, 5.6. PV, negative 24,500. PMT, blank. Why is that blank? That's the one you're looking for, right? What is the monthly payment? So you're looking for the payment. FV. And 12. 12 and N. So 48 months. Interest was it 5.8? 5.6. There we go. Negative 24,500. And there we go, right?
Yep.
And I don't know why this messed up, but it did. There we go. All right. Future value 0, and I'm looking for the monthly payment. And my monthly payment is 57090. 57090. No, no. All right, so these ones have been pretty basic for the last couple of them, right? Okay, this next part. How much interest will Julian end up paying for his car at this rate? If I'm looking for how much interest he paid, what's that called?
Tip.
That's the tip. Very good. Very good. Man, you're on a roll today. Man, that's why we call you the. And how do we figure out the tip?
So tap minus PV or
Yep, very good. Tap.
Is it PV or PMT?
PV. But how would I get the tap?
Wait, hold on.
PMT
Very good. So we get PMT times
and
N. So if you notice the next question, they're kind of out of order. How much will Julian end up paying in the end? So that's my tap, right? So on the bottom, this next question is the tap. So to figure out my tap, that's going to be my payment times n. So please calculate those two right now. Let me do that before I finish up here. $5,790. So 570.90 times n, which was 48. There we go. So there's my tap. And to find my tip, it was what?
Tap minus P.
Very good. Tap minus PV. What was my PV?
24,500.
There we go. So my tap is 27,403.20. That's his total that he paid, and the tip is the amount of interest he paid. What was it? 2903 point. There we go. So almost $3,000 in interest he paid, and altogether came out of his pocket was $27,403. So we got two more. To save for retirement, Valerie invests $175 a month in an ordinary annuity. Ooh, annuities. Where do we find annuities?
5.
Very good, 8.5. Now, what's different about annuities?
We're looking for the future value.
Very good. We're looking for a future value. We're looking for the future value. So that means that your initial amount is normally positive. And don't forget, you're paying yourself on these. So you're not going to deal with the negative there. So this is going to be each month, 4.5, compounded monthly, determine how much Valerie's account. So after 35 years, so N is going to be 420. I is 4.5. PV.
75.
Nope. How much does she presently have? Nope. PV. Is this an investment?
175.
Nope.
It's positive.
It
Yeah, positive.
it is going to be positive, but PV.
175.
Are we taking a chunk of money and putting it in right away?
No.
No. So I currently have zero money, right?
Oh.
This is an investment, so we start at zero. We start at zero, and then we're going up. So PMT
175.
is the 175, and my PV, or I'm sorry, my FV, is what I'm looking for, 12, 12, N. And we're calculating future value. And there's a negative there. What does that mean? Remember, who are you paying? Yourself. This is your money, right? So for you, this is a positive amount because you're putting money into it, and this is what you're getting out at the end. This is your future value. So we get 178, 104, 84. So that's actually a pretty good chunk of money, right? The next one, invest initial amount. What's the initial amount going to change? That's my PV. So 420, 4.5, 2,500, 175, and future value. So don't forget, this is a positive, and the bell's going to ring in a minute, but I kind of want to finish this anyway. So how much should we invest? 2,500, and remember it's a positive here too. And we are solving for future value, so I'm going to hit enter right there. And that's almost a $12,000 difference. So we get 190, 146, 17. One nine zero 146 four. Was it? What was the last?
0.1, I don't know.
Wait,
17. Yes. All right. There we go.